Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and I just did a video on this today on cut order, and then one of my viewers or subscribers uh, asked a question. He wasn't suggesting it, he was just wondering if it would work. And I made my dot so little I can't even see it right now. But I'm going to make this a little bit different. I'm going to make the nudge distance 1/2 of an inch. So what we're going to do, we're going to go Control D and make a duplicate and move it down. And I'm just moving it down quite a bit. Now his suggestion, and it did work. Sometimes my laptop can't keep up with the Corel Draw. That's good enough for the video. But then what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to take this line and Control G, group it together. So now they're one group. Control D and make a duplicate and nudge it over. Then, before you do anything, mirror that. Control D, mirror it vertically. Control D, mirror it vertically. Control D, so every time you Control D it, which is making a duplicate, mirror that line of circles around. And I said in the previous video that you could take every other line and do mirror it. But this is probably the best of both worlds because now it's already done. So let's select them all, go up to Range, Ungroup Objects. Now let's open Windows, Dockers, Object Manager, and look at all our ellipses. And this is where Corel is going to start right there. And I'm going to move up. And it's going to go to the bottom of the line. And then the laser is just going to have to move over a little bit and just keep going back and forth. It's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of laser time, a lot of movement of your laser, run time, and save your laser. Now, just a little what I did earlier, I'm going to Control G and group those together. I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. And this was a pretty neat little trick I was showing this young man. If you needed a 5-inch, let's say 6-inch circle of this, if you needed a 6-inch circle of this diagram with these holes in it, let's make one Control D and make one 5 inches. And press P and put it in the center of the page. Then select all these, and it's either back minus front or front minus back, and I guess wrong. And there you go. And what's so neat about this, you can go to Range, break curve apart, get rid of that outside line, and then you only have the interior holes. And now you have a perfectly arranged drain that is going to cut in perfect order. The only thing I would check, let's open the manager back up. And let's see what this last cut is. Our last cut, our first cut is the outside circle. We don't want that. You can actually see it's an ellipse there. We actually want to move that up to the top of the page because we want it to cut out last, and you're going to drop it right in there. So when it goes through the cut order, let me zoom in here. You want that outside circle cut last. I actually took one away somehow. But there's your cut order. And then when it gets to that ellipse, boom. Now I could have done that a quicker way. Let's move this thing. Let's back up. Let's put that ellipse all the way back to the bottom if we can. I don't know if it's going to let me. There's my ellipse at the bottom of the page. I'm going to try this. I'm going to move it out of the way. I'm going to group these together, Control G. Put this back on top of the page. And look, our ellipse is still on the bottom. But I'm going to Control Page up and put the ellipse on the very top. So now it'll cut these circles, and then when it gets done, it'll cut the outside ellipse. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.